Welcome to MHStv. I'm Matt Rendell, and this is your news for Friday, September 25th, 2020. School is starting to feel a little more normal for children in elementary schools in School City of Mishawaka. K-6 students have been attending school this week, with about 75% of the students going back into the classroom. While it looks a lot different, school is back in session at all 7 of these elementary schools. Parker Norris of the Mishawaka Network went to a few of these schools to show us what the first day looked like. Middle and high school students will also be returning to the classroom. Starting October 5th, middle and high school students who chose the hybrid schedule will begin. Students with last names A through L will be going to schools Mondays and Tuesdays, while M through Z last names will be attending Thursdays and Fridays. These two groups will be alternating Wednesdays. If you chose the virtual path, that format will be the same as you've been doing currently. More info can be found on the MishawakaSchools.com website. In sports, the girls volleyball team competed in the Michigan City tournament last Saturday. The Cavemen went 1-3 in the tournament, beating South Bend, Washington in their third match. The girls also took on Northwood earlier last week. They would end up falling to the Panthers 3-0 as the team prepares for the last stretch of their season. Don't forget, tune in to the last few games of the volleyball season on the Mishawaka Network at IHSATV.org. The boys and girls cross-country teams traveled to New Carlisle last week to compete in the New Prairie Invite. The boys ended up finishing in 18th place, with Ryan Hoopengardner leading the way with his 29th place finish. The girls ended up in 14th, with freshman Jada Rogers leading the way for the girls with her 44th place finish. Also last Thursday, the girls soccer team traveled to Clay to take on the Colonials. Sophomore sensation Franny Parks had 6 goals as the team played great, beating Clay 9-0. Last Saturday, the girls then went and played Plymouth. They fought hard but ended up losing to Plymouth 7-1. The boys soccer team is still searching for success in their season. They continued their season with a loss to the top-ranked state team in Plymouth. They then moved down to Napanee and faced Northwood, where Joaquin DeVries got his first ever career goal in the 11-1 loss. Last, the girls golf team played in the sectional match at Knollwood Country Club. Out of the 9 teams, the Lady Cavemen placed in 6th with a combined score of 465. Junior Grace Vandenberg achieved her goal for the season and is qualified for regionals. It's been 5 years since they've qualified anybody for the regional competition. Good luck. Last Friday, the Cavemen football team took on the Plymouth Rockies at Plymouth High School. In the first quarter, the offense had some turnovers, but Justin Fisher and Drew Mason both scored. The stops by the defense kept the Cavemen in the game and kept it close. In the second half, the Cavemen played almost perfect. With the offense clicking, Justin Fisher, Drew Mason both rushed for over 100 yards and multiple touchdowns. The Cavemen come back home tonight to take on the Minutemen on senior night. Tonight, Concord will travel to Steel Stadium to take on the Cavemen. After a big first win last Friday, the boys are looking to keep things rolling. Tonight will also be senior night for football, band, and cheerleaders. Come on out, show your support. Good luck to the boys, and if you can't make it to the game, all the senior night festivities as well as the game can be found at IHSATV.org. Back in the classroom, with not being able to meet in person, band, orchestra, and choir have found alternate ways to teach music. Each director was able to meet with students in person to provide them music stands and music so that they could take them home to practice. The directors then conduct through the few exercises during class and then let students go work on those by themselves. They are hoping that students take advantage of this extra time at home to practice key sections of the music that they may be struggling with. Here at MHS, next week, we'll have a student walkthrough. The walkthrough is for incoming freshmen and any new students. It'll last from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and will go by last names. Students with last names A through L should come in Mondays and Tuesdays. Students with last names M through Z should come in Wednesday and Thursday of next week. In order to attend, you must sign up. You can sign up at mishawakaschools.com/MHS walkthrough. When you come, make sure to enter through the pool doors, and students and parents must also bring their schedule and be wearing a mask. Lastly today, the MHS deans wanted to tell you about some of the new rules and expectations for when students return to school starting October 5th. Let's check it out.
All right, students, we're standing here in the Commons and we just left the pool doors on the entry point. You got your ID with you, you got your mask on, and you're walking to your first class. We just wanted to give you a visual, kind of what it looks like. Let's talk a little bit about the IDs. I know you don't have them in your hands right now, but we're working on a procedure for you to take a picture and send it to us so we can make those IDs hopefully be available for you next week when we're having the freshman and new student walkthrough here. And if we don't have them ready for you, then we'll definitely have them ready for you within the first couple days of school. So don't panic first day. We do want you to have your IDs just so you can show proof that you're a Mishawaka student. We can welcome you here in the mornings. All right, so I'm standing here at the Four Corners. This is kind of the central location of the entire building, both the different wings that you're gonna be traveling to and from. So when you get here from the Commons, you're gonna wanna make sure you follow the arrows. Okay, we're gonna have two major differences that we've had since the past, and one is we're gonna have two stairways that are, one's gonna be up only and one's gonna be down only. So when you get to those stairwells, you'll see signage, you'll know where to go. Also, our two main hallways are gonna be one-way only hallways. So again, you're gonna be able to tell what's going on. We're gonna have arrows for you. We'll have some signs from the ceilings. But then when you get off into the separate wings, those are gonna be two-way hallways. And again, in those two-way hallways, I want you to make sure you're staying spread apart, social distance, and again, anytime you're moving anywhere in the hallways, have on your mask.
We're here to talk in the cafeteria here to talk a little bit about breakfast. When you guys arrive in the morning, if you're wanting to eat breakfast, you'll come right away to the cafeteria area here. You'll notice that on our tables we have some plexiglass that actually divides these tables up into 6 spots. We'll make sure that you guys sit in one of those 6 spots. If you do report to the cafeteria for breakfast, we ask that you do have a seat. It'll be a grab breakfast and then have a seat, you'll eat, and then at 7:40, everybody will be dismissed from the cafeteria. And please remember, when you're up and moving around, we do have to wear masks when we're out of our seats. We're in the cafeteria again to talk a little bit about lunch procedures. As you enter the cafeteria, you want to make sure that you're masked. As always, anytime you're up moving around. There are certain sanitizing stations that are located at different parts of the cafeteria. There'll be one as you enter the cafeteria, and as you look at the different doors and the lines that will form, there will be some sanitizing stations as well. A couple things to keep in mind during lunch is that when you enter the cafeteria, please make sure that you stay socially distanced. You guys will be lining up for certain foods that you want for lunch, so you want to make sure that you stay socially distanced. Also, the tables will be broken up into 6 different spots. There'll be some plexiglass. Please make sure that you have a seat in one of those 6 open areas. And when you have a seat to eat your lunch, feel free to take your mask off as long as you're seated and you are eating. But if you do get up, we ask that you put your mask on.
Hello, Cavemen. My name is Mr. Steinkellner. I'm the Dean of the senior class. Today we're going to be going over entering a classroom. As with any part of the building other than at lunch, make sure you're wearing your mask. A teacher will be standing at the door with these handy-dandy sanitizer wipes. They will give you a sanitizer wipe. You'll go to your desk, you'll wipe it down, you'll throw the wipe away. If you bring a backpack with you, it will go behind your desk. We'll now show you what this will look like. All right, good afternoon, Jessica. Welcome to class. It's history, the most exciting class of the day.
Hi, Mr. Steinkellner.
That's your news for this week. Make sure that you're looking out for each other as we get ready to come back to school in just over a week. Have a great weekend and hope to see you soon.